On the couple's wedding night, the father-in-law suddenly entered their room without warning, startling the newlyweds. They asked why he was up so late. Instead of explaining, he brought in a long walking stick and said he wanted to correct the daughter-in-law's manners. Hearing this, she became upset and told him he shouldn't behave that way. Her words made him extremely angry. Seeing the tension rise, the son quietly asked his wife to apologize just to calm things down. He even placed a cushion on the floor as a gesture of respect, but she refused, saying she would only bow to someone in a truly serious situation. After that, she pushed the cushion aside and walked out angrily. The husband thought she might leave the house, so he gently held her back and reminded her that it was their wedding night and leaving would be considered unlucky. She replied that the ones who should leave were his parents. Unfortunately, her words were overheard by the father and mother-in-law, upsetting them even more. The father-in-law accused her of being disrespectful. Then he suddenly held his chest and fell to the floor. The son and his mother panicked. The son quickly gave him his medicine, but it had no effect. Knowing his father had a heart condition, he begged his wife to kneel just once to help calm him down. She refused again and, overwhelmed with emotions, stepped away and went back to the room. As the husband turned to follow her, his father suddenly grabbed his foot. The fainting had been an act. He only wanted to pressure the daughter-in-law. Seeing how unreasonable they were acting, the husband became angry and firmly told his parents to return to their hometown because they were not welcome when behaving this way. He then went to his wife, apologized, and told her his parents had left. Hearing that they would no longer interfere, she forgave him. The next morning, he woke early to make breakfast for her. While they were enjoying their morning together, the father and mother-in-law unexpectedly returned. They loudly asked the couple to kneel and greet them, shocking the newlyweds. The husband whispered that he thought they had already left. But this time, the father-in-law acted even more forcefully, claiming he was staying to guide the daughter-in-law's behavior. This upset her deeply. She grabbed a kitchen tool out of frustration, but the husband stopped her immediately. He reminded her of his father's health condition and asked her to stay calm for his sake. However, the more patient she was, the more demanding the father-in-law became. He even knocked a vase off the table. She became upset, but the husband reminded her that he could replace it. The father-in-law continued giving orders, asking for meals prepared as if he were being served at a palace. When he learned she had made dumplings, he went into the kitchen and ruined the food she had prepared. The husband quickly moved him out of the kitchen before things escalated again. The father-in-law then pretended he wanted to return to the countryside and asked the husband to help pack. As soon as the husband stepped outside, the parents-in-law planned to confront the daughter-in-law again. The mother-in-law raised her hand as if scolding her, and the daughter-in-law tried to leave, but the father-in-law blocked her path. They continued speaking harshly, saying that with her husband gone, no one could support her. She reminded them that she was still their son's wife, and if anything happened to her, they would need to answer for it. But they insisted they were simply teaching her a lesson. The situation grew tense, and the father-in-law even suggested marking her face to warn her not to upset the family again. Just then, someone called out the husband's name.